What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about the best way to make stubs in MLB the Show 21, and that is flipping cards. Let's get into it. Welcome in. So flipping cards is working the market in MLB the Show 21. So if you're new, the market is where you can buy and sell cards, stadiums, and other unlockables in MLB the Show 21. So the way you would flip card is you want to look at the margin between the buy now and the sell now. So we're going to look at a couple cards and we can go over a couple examples on how we're going to be able to flip these cards for profit. So what you want to do is you want to go into the marketplace and you're going to want to look at the difference between this buy now price and the sell now price. So for example, this Ramon card right here, you can see there's a difference between about 1,200 between the buy now and the sell now prices. So what you want to do is you want to go into the card and you want to go into create a buy order. This is going to create an order on the sell now side. So when you do it, you want to create it one stub higher than the highest price. So you can see we put an order in for 2,812. So right now we are the highest bid. So if someone gets the Ramon card and they hit sell now on that card at the menu or at any time, we're going to be in first line to buy that card. So once we buy that card, we're going to buy it for 2,812 stubs. The next step is going to be look at the sell order. So we can see right now the lowest sell order is 3,990. Once we're able to buy the Ramon card, we're going to want to try and sell it for the lowest price. So when someone hits a buy now, we're going to be the ones to sell our car first. So how are we going to make stubs fast with this method? So what you're going to do is you're going to put in a lot of buy orders and you're also going to put in those sell orders once you buy the cards. So let's say you just got out of a game. The best thing you can do is go and try and work the market. You want to go try and put in 20, 30 buy orders to pick up cards. In between ways, you're going to be purchasing the cards while you're playing the game. So when you come back from the game, you're going to see that you have purchased the cards and now you can go ahead and put those sell orders in. And there's no limit of how many orders you can put in right now. Let's see if we can find another card that has a good margin. This Grand Doll has a margin of 600 stubs. While it's not the biggest margin, if you can get 20 orders in, bought and sold, you're gonna make a profit of 6,000 quick. And again, this is a passive way of making stubs. All you have to do is put the buy orders and sell orders in. And with all the new players coming over for Xbox, the market's gonna be a lot faster than in years past. So what you wanna do is just put in those orders, put in those orders, put in those orders. You can also go to theshow.com and you can also put in orders there when you're away from your console. It is a lot easier to put orders in on your console though, but if you can't make it, that's the second best way to do it. A thing to watch out for is the price of your orders. So you're not going to be the only person that's going to be trying to flip cards. So you're going to have people trying to undercut you on both sides. You want to make sure that you're not getting undercut too much because you're going to lose that profit margin. If you put a buy order in for a card, someone's going to undercut you. My method is if you're in the game and the card doesn't buy or sell within an hour, go check the price again and see if you can relist it to get that card sold. What you would do is you go to my orders in the marketplace tab. You can click active orders and you can see the two cards that you're selling for. We have 2 orders in right now. Let's go check. Got this Sterling Marte. It hasn't sold in about 30 minutes. So let's go see why. So you can see here, my order was in for $25.02. The sell now price is $29.11. So we can see a lot of people are trying to buy this card right now. My order's not even on the screen right now. So the best thing to do is cut bait. This card still has a good margin, so we're gonna put another buy order for this card. So what you wanna do is go back to your active orders, click X on the guy, and it's gonna ask if you wanna cancel this order. You're gonna click yes, and then those stubs will go back into your account. That's another thing you wanna check up on, because once you put a buy order in, those stubs are on hold for that order. So make sure you're not putting buy orders in to use all your stubs up. You want to have some stubs on the side just in case you need to buy something else. So in just a couple minutes, we've gone back and we can see his margin has dropped a lot. You can see in the buy now section, the last person by almost 200 stubs. So that's going to cause a big difference in your margin. So 3,500 and 3,000, that's margin of 500 at the moment, which we were almost at 1,000 a couple minutes earlier. You can see how fast that the market can change like that. So keep an eye on your buy orders, especially early on in the game, as people are going to undercut you a lot. So those margins are going to close fast. So again, you're not the only person that's looking for the best margin. So those margins, once you see a good margin, put those orders in fast. See if you can strike while the iron's hot. With those cards, margins are going to go down again, but they're going to also go back up. So sometimes a buy and wait approach is the best way to go as well. So if you're patient and you feel that the cards are going to change, so if you're patient, those margins are going to go up and down. So if you don't mind waiting a little bit to have those cards bought and sold, a wait and see approach might be the best way to do it. What a lot of people do is before they go to bed or get off the console, they'll put in about 30 orders and they'll wait till those are completed. They'll check them out throughout the day on their phone, or they'll use the PlayStation remote app to log into their console like that. That way they can check on their buy orders. The key to flipping cards is volume. So again, some of these margins are not the best right now. They're 300, 500. The top one we've seen so far is 1,000 stub. Usually the higher price cards are going to have a bigger margin, but you're also at a bigger risk because you're putting 16, 20,000 into a card that you might not see a profit on if the margins go haywire one way or the other. So until you get a lot of stubs, the best thing is look at those gold cards, look at those silver cards, because those are going to have the least amount of risk and you can make a lot of stubs if you put the work and the time in to flip these cards. Like, flipping cards takes a little bit of time to learn. Once you get it down, it's an easy way to make stubs, especially passively. You're going to do it in between games while you're off the game, and you'll just come back and check on the cards. And your best friend is your active orders here and your completed orders, so you can see what you bought, what you've sold. So with all these orders, it might be confusing on what cards you own and what cards you don't. You can see on the card screen, you can see own 0 and sellable 0. You might have cards that you own but that you can't sell because you've locked it into a collection. So those cards you can't sell, but any other duplicates or any cards after that you can sell. Besides the order screen, this is probably the second best way to check to see if you own that card and if you're able to flip it. So if you guys have any questions about flipping cards, put it in the comment below. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you guys can like, comment, and subscribe. We're also over at twitch.tv/LimsalGaming. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have there. We're also on TikTok, where we have a couple tips and tricks videos there. I appreciate you guys. We will see you guys next time.